Yo, what's going on, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the Birdhouse Sports Show. As always, this is Son. What's good?
This is Pops. We got a lot of things going on. We got some sad news for the Washington Commanders with their number one quarterback. I don't know what the coach was talking about or doing at the time. He should have been out the game. Let's go. Let's get the news. What's going on?
Absolutely. Hey, y'all, the NFL as plus college football has been amazing this weekend. Also, hey, just to share out there, it's also been kind of rough for a lot of fans out there who are YouTube TV subscribers such as us. It is a shame what's going on right now. A lot of us can't even watch no games, but hopefully they pull this deal through. Otherwise, we're gonna have to switch. But anyway, let's go ahead and talk about the game from last night. Just like Dad said, unfortunately, Jaden Daniels went down. We're not going to show the image. It was ugly, but regardless, they got destroyed. Do not even look at the score. It was really 38-7. They got destroyed by Seattle Seahawks, 38-14. As we were just saying in the green room, he shouldn't have even been in this game. There's no reason in the world Jaden Daniels should have been in this game. They were getting blown out. He should have been on the sideline. You should have put your backup quarterback in. And unfortunately, he had a really nasty arm twist that's going to pretty much sideline him for the rest of the year. The Washington season is over. It's done. It's over with. One thing I would say is regardless of the fact, the Washington got a lot of things to figure out. Sam Darnold and this team was able to do whatever they wanted to do when they wanted to do it. Man was 21 for 24, 330 in the air, 4 passing TDs, 1 interception, 144 quarterback rating. My gosh, they were killing it. And Jackson Smith, I can never say his last name, but he's definitely, between him and Jamar, they're definitely, I think, 1 and number 2 or 2 and number 1. He's a top receiver right now in the league. This dude is no joke. 8 catches, 129. He's been killing. He's been averaging every game 100 yards. He's been killing it. But anyway, what's your thoughts on this game? I think Washington, they need right now, I would say right now, just because of the poor quarterback play, they haven't had their man healthy. The defensive team is tired. They're gassed. They got a lot of holes. They need to get younger. They need to draft younger. They got to almost hit the refresh button. And I know a lot of, and I'm not going to say it because I don't want Jaden Daniels' mom to yell at me, because a lot of people are saying that Washington got the RG3 curse. RG3 had that great rookie year, just like Daniels. He had an amazing rookie year. And after that, it was injury after injury after injury, and the man never recovered. Is that going to be the similar fate? We don't know. But, man, it's starting to look like that. What's your thoughts?
My thoughts is kudos to Donald. He was surgical out there. He was doing
Yeah,
his thing. His team is supporting him. And you know one thing, he learned his lessons when he was with the Vikings. No celebrations. I don't care how bad I beat another team. I'm not celebrating. We could do our team celebration, but no hoorah lifting me over no shoulders because the job ain't done yet. He got to finish the work to the end of the year. None of that's early celebration. He's keeping himself focused and everything, and that's good for Seattle. With the Washington Commanders, the coach need to either get his own fine, suspend himself, do something with the brain loss that he did by leaving Daniels in there. It was
right.
ridiculous.
It
And
was.
Daniels need to curl up and be more protective. He know he's frail. He got a skeleton body, skin, a little bit of flesh and bones. Them guys gonna swing you around like a doll, and that's what happened. You try to brace yourself. The ground ain't moving nowhere, and the person that swung you, he's moving, and your little frail body can't take the pressure. Curl up to protect yourself so you can play another down. But you shouldn't have even been in, at that point of the game. You should have been out. Brainless on the head coach. Brainless. I want to say some other words, but I'm gonna say bananas to that one. Bananas
Facts.
to that
Facts.
coach. Bananas.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it was terrible. And hey, Eagles go Birds. We love it, baby. Cause look, they're done.
Hey,
The Giants is done. Only thing that's left right now is them Cowboys. Who's gonna get that L tonight versus Arizona? And I was just told that Arizona has beat Dallas Cowboys the last 7 out of 8 games. So let's hopefully we can continue that tonight and get that easy W by Arizona. But other than that, like you said, I don't know what's going on with that coach, but but hey, I don't want his fate to be similar to RG3. I think he's gonna be a great
me
quarterback.
neither. Me
Yeah,
neither. His reps coming back shouldn't have been warm up reps in a bad game. He ain't got that problem like the Browns got the problem with Shador, where he don't get no first round reps. He's the first. He's the number one quarterback for the Commanders, so he would have got enough reps where they don't have to attack him to build up his momentum to play in the game. This is not the Cleveland Browns where Shador gonna get 0 reps. You didn't need to have him get reps in a bad football game. Shame on the organization for leaving him in the game.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I definitely agree. But that was definitely not an exciting game. But let's talk about a game that definitely was. My God, this was awesome. Chiefs, the rivalry, baby. Chiefs and Bills. Man, oh man, the Bills got it done once again. Well, they got it done beating Kansas City at home, right? 28-21. We talked about it yesterday. We said, and I say it again. Shout out to my Eagles. We've given the NFL the blueprint of how to stop this dynasty of a team, and the blueprint is you got to have 4 great men up front. That's it. You got pressure coming from the outside, and you got pressure coming from the inside, and you get rid of all of his running lanes, he falls under pressure. And then if you get solid coverage, when you could back up 7 and you cover the 5 receivers out there or 4 receivers out there, there's nothing he can do. And that's exactly what the Bills did. And that's the winning recipe to defeat the Chiefs. I love it. Shout out to Josh Allen and the guys. They got it done. Josh Allen was 23 for 26, 273, 1 passing TD. They were doing it, man. Cook had 114 on the ground. Kincaid 1-on-1, baby, in the air with 1 catching touchdown. They were beasting, man. If you look at Mahomes, he got sacked 3 times, 15 for 34. Worst completion percentage he had since playing in the NFL. Man only threw for 44% completion percentage. They were all over Mahomes. Shout out to him. He had a 57 QBR. Terrible. But other than that, they definitely handle business. The Bills. This is what I want to see. I want every team to play the Chiefs to dominate them and to tell them that they're no longer the dynasty. We started it. Now the rest of the league is playing bully. What's your thoughts on this game?
My thoughts in this game, I want to say kudos to the refs. Kudos to the refs because he got the helmet put on Pat Mahomes twice in a row, about 3 or 4 times, but twice really key hits without the flag being thrown. So kudos for the refs in the NFL to
I agree.
not take the protection plate off of Mahomes. Yes, the curtain is off. And even his boy Kelsey in the end zone, he missed that touchdown pass by Mahomes, and the safety of the corner put wood to Kelsey, and he had to walk out. I wish
Right.
him well. I don't want him to be hurt, but it's no more protection. They brag, they confident, they got their boys back, they got the team back. They got to get it just like anybody else could get it. There's no favoritism in the league. It should be even Steven for every team. Every team. Other quarterbacks get their lights taken out. Hey, Mahomes is nobody special. He's special to the league, but I think it's be an even party now going forward. And
Yeah.
that was good. As far as Allen go with the Buffalo Bills, hey, good for Allen. You know what I mean? Ravens is coming to see them boys. I ain't even worried about that. We coming to see them boys. So we gotta do what we gotta do as far as the Ravens go. We gotta keep on and picking up things. So I'm not really starting the Bills, but kudos for them for their victory. We just got to put some noise when we see them. Go Ravens.
All right, we'll see. Like I said, y'all only played them Dolphins, and then y'all got the Jets. But
Hey, we
hopefully,
on the uptake. Stop that BS. We on the uptake. We putting it back together. Like I said, we had to get out of the quicksand. We had to do what we got to do. Bananas. Don't bring nothing else up. Bananas if you're talking against the Ravens. Bananas. We on the turnaround.
all right. Let's go ahead and check this out. This was another game that definitely had a lot of people scratching their heads, but I love it because we face them next week, Monday night, baby. That's the Green Bay Packers, who was at home losing
Wow.
16-13 against the Carolina Panthers. Now,
Go Young.
all I heard from all these analysts out there is like, oh man, Green Bay is definitely number one in the NFC, and then a close second is the Eagles. Nah, let's correct that. We're number one. We're the champions, and we're gonna repeat it this year. They ain't nobody special, and the Carolina showed you that. Shout out to like I said shout out to the Panthers. Young didn't have the most impressive game, but at the end of the day, the team got it done. Rico Dowdle, once again, Jerry Jones
It's the
screw,
truth.
and Jerry
It's
Jones
the
screw that
truth.
up is the truth. 25 carries,
Yes,
130 on the
indeed.
ground, two TDs. The man
Pay
is
that man.
pay that
Pay
man.
that man.
Pay that man. And then, of course, Bryce
Yes,
Young, 11
sir.
for 20, 102. Like I said, wasn't an impressive game, but just it was a great team defense of effort that was able to keep Green Bay to a low score. And then they just did enough on the ground to outscore and get the job done. And that's kind of what it boiled down to. Green Bay, Jordan Love was 26 for 37, 273, one interception. And like I said, Jacobs had 87 on the ground, one TD. He was moving the ball, but other than that, they didn't do enough to capitalize on the score, and that was the big difference. And they're about to face my team, who has already proven to you guys when we are healthy, we're gonna bring it. And I'm looking forward to it, baby. Let's go. But anyway, shout out to the Carolina Panthers, man. They went from being a scrub team, like a Jets team, to a middle of the pack team. If they keep building up this roster, yo, the Carolina team ain't nothing to play with. What's your thoughts?
Well, my thoughts is this: the defense for the Green Bay did a good job, kept it low. They was looking for the offense to put some points in there. When the score is low like this, it's on the offensive teams. Young didn't do that good from the Panthers, but he kept them steady and he did manage the game to
Yeah.
get them to the victory so they could kick the winning field goal. Kudos to Young. Kudos to the Panthers and their victory over the Green Bay Packers. But the defense of the Packers did their job. Usually, Love could put up some points, but he had no love for this game. You know what I mean? The up and down, the Jekyll and Hyde quarterback play is not good enough for this league. You're supposed to be a number one star, man. You handled yourself against your old teacher, Aaron Rodgers. You get to the baby boy young, and you don't even know what to do. Come on, man. And then you can blame that on the coach, on the OC. You got to call better plays, get your team wider open because when they play more skilled teams going forward, like they're going to play the Eagles, boy, you can't bring that little college football play there. You can't bring that there. You got to come with some real stuff. So, for this game, no love for love. You got to get it together and get to the drawing board. You want to be the number one. You want to be looked at. You want to be in the Hall of Fame. Yo, score, man. You got to score. Get to your wide receivers. Got to do more. Running back got to do more. No, he had 87, but he got to do more. He need two tubs. He need 150 yards. When y'all having a bad throwing game, you should go to that running game and keep it pushing. Y'all got a big, strong back in Jacobs. You got to keep pushing. Kudos to the Panthers for stopping the Green Bay Packers in a hard fought game because that low score game, nobody was getting off, and it was a fight to the finish. Those are good games to watch. Not always you need to see a blowout, a dominating game, They both dominated, and that shows the Panthers defense is um, coming to life. And as far as the running back go, Jerry Jones, like my son said, Jerry Jones, man, you need to just chill and get on that $100 million
Retire.
what yacht you got and chill, man. You
Retire.
gave away Parsons. What's the young brother name? Number 5, Dobbins, the running
Um,
back for the Panthers. Dobbins,
oh, Doddle,
um,
Doddle, Doddle.
Doddle.
Yeah.
Doddle, that name is hard. Doddle. But anyway, y'all gave him up and he wasn't shining for you. So you gotta look at the OC play on that. Yeah, everything happens. Look at I'm gonna just say y'all OCs check y'all pride and y'all personality, especially you, Stefanski, on the Browns. Look at what Joe Flacco's doing. I know I'm crossing over, but bananas to you, bum ass quarter. Oh God, go ahead, son. Sorry.
You good. You good. This show ain't for kids anyway. You good. But
Oh my
anyway,
God.
anyway, we're gonna flip it to another game, an embarrassing game to say the least about defensive play. Oh man, Chicago Bears beat Bengals 47-42.
Shouldn't have never
Um,
happened.
this was just insane. First of all, the fact that the score got this high is an indictment on both defensive teams, both defense on both sides. But to make matters worse, just look at the stats here. First of all, shout out to Caleb Williams, 20 for 34, 280, 3 touchdowns. He was only sacked twice. He had a QBR 114. Kyle Monaghan or Monaghan, I don't even know. Sorry if I'm butchering his name. 26 carry. He had 176 on the ground. My gosh. And then combined yards on the ground, they had 283 yards rushing. 293 in a year, 283 rushing. Insane, right? Now look at the Bengals. Joe Flacco, who the Browns got rid of, and we saying Joe Burrow is the best thing since sliced bread. But it seems like it's the system because Joe Flacco is balling. The man had 31 for 47, 470 in the air. 4 TDs. Unfortunately, he did have 2 interceptions. He was sacked 3 times, but he had a crazy game. Didn't have anything on the ground. They only had, 46 yards total. But T. Higgins was balling with 7 catches. So was Jamar Chase. They were balling as a team. But the fact that you get 42 points on the scoreboard, the fact that Joe Flacco nearly throws for 500 yards, y'all at home, and you still lose to the Bears 47-42. Every offensive player on the Bengals has the right. I'm sorry. If a fight break out amongst teammates, tough love. You got to have real talk amongst men in that locker room. Because the offense play their heart out, and for the defense to perform like that, that's terrible. What's your thoughts in this game? It's embarrassing.
Well, I'm gonna start off with the Chicago Bears. Kudos for their victory, but they shouldn't have never won, but they did. So kudos to their victory. All right, here no there. You know what I mean? The Bengals defense. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if they're doing it on purpose. I don't know if they don't want to tackle or whatever. I don't know if the refs with the fines because a lot of cats ain't making that big money where they could take them fines. They don't want to hit people. The NFL need to fix they play calling where the defense could hit people and not be scared to get a fine, not be scared to tackle, wrap up, knock somebody block off. They can't be scared. The laws and the bylaws for the defensive players got to be lifted so they could play football. This hit him with his shoulder so he could get down. Offensive players just bouncing off that like a ping pong. Those that's a pinball machine. Excuse me, a pinball machine. It's ridiculous. They should have the opportunity to knock an offensive player block off when he catch and run over the middle or sideline, whatever the case might be. So play real American football instead of every time they go to tackle, they scared to hit somebody because they don't want to pay that fine. And if I was a team, I'd cover all my players' fines if I was the owner because I need stops. I don't need scared tacklers because it's a financial. Is what Prime
This
say? Is a what Prime used to say is a business decision. I think a lot of people are making business decisions where they shouldn't. You know what I mean? Because
it's
and
the
another thing,
Bengals.
before you, it's the
Money.
Bengals, but a
They don't
lot of
have no.
people they ain't making that much money. They ain't making no wop. They making a little bit of money, and that little bit of money can't go to a fine. They'd rather let the man run through and get hit 3 times and run to the end zone, the rookie tight end, and score the winning touchdown, then knock his block off and catch a penalty and let the clock run out. Either or, y'all got to play football, people, and that's all your offense is talking about. You got let me do this as a man. Flacco, kudos to you, man. I called you hot garbage. I called you hot garbage. You got to the Bengals, boy. You shining like hotcakes. You know what I mean? You spreading that syrup on them hotcakes. You got Higgins. You got your man number one, Chase. You spreading that ball around like hotcakes, man. You getting it done, Flacco. Shame that you went to a. You was with a power defense, sorry offense. You with a good offense with a sorry defense. I don't know how it works, Flacco. You just got a lot of bad luck, but you balling, baby. You balling. Kudos to you, but a loss is a loss, and you gotta take it the way it is. Sorry about that, Flacco.
Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. And this gives y'all more wiggle room for the Ravens to do y'all thing. Because, like I said, y'all
Yeah, we
division.
don't listen, bro. Stop chiming in on my team. We told you we out the quicksand. We about to do our thing. And yes, the number one thing is we coming back and we want every game and we not playing with nobody. We're not playing with nobody. I'm speaking for the whole team. Whoever comes, whoever left, whoever's with the Ravens, we ain't playing with nobody. Period. Go Ravens.
All right, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Time will tell. But right now, they're opening up the lanes for y'all. But let's talk about one of those teams that will give y'all competition in your division because they did get a victory, and that's those Pittsburgh Steelers who was able to get a victory 27 to
We
20
ain't worried about them. We can't
over the
wait to see them
Colts.
on the 12th. 12-7, baby. We coming for the Steelers. 12-7. Remember that. 12-7. Taking it
Aaron,
to the streets, which called the football field.
Aaron Rodgers was 25 for 35, 203, one passing TD. He was sacked 3 times. Looks like they didn't have much going on the ground. I'll tell you that much. But other than that, he did spread the ball around a lot. Was a quiet game by DK Metcalf. This is definitely more of a defensive game, but of course, a lot of Aaron Rodgers' experience was able to, get some of those passes in there and get a touchdown going, and they was also able to get things going on the ground and get in great field position. That was the biggest difference. And the Colts, for all we hear about their dominance, man, oh man, even though Jones was slinging that ball, he had a lot of picks. 3 interceptions, 34 for 50, 342 with 3 picks, 1 touchdown. And that's what really cost him, man. He kept forcing the ball down the field. And shout out to the Steelers defense. They got a lot of pressure on him. He was also sacked 5 times. And that, to me, was the big difference. It was the Steelers defense finally stepping up and giving the Steelers a balance. Because as I said, regardless of the Steelers winning, if the Ravens, shout out to your Ravens, if the Ravens offense continue to play the way they play and the Ravens defense show up, Steelers is in trouble because I don't care about this win. The Steelers
You
offense,
speaking facts.
the Steelers,
Speaking facts.
the Steelers offense is weak. I still don't think they have a strong enough offense. Aaron Rodgers is doing a lot with less. These dudes, let's just go real quick. I'm just going to say it real quick. Nothing against Calvin Austin, but no. Come on, that's the big dude, Washington, Darnell Washington, dude look like a left tackle. Like, what are we doing? Right? Your main receiver, Metcalf, 2 catches. but he was targeted, 4 times? What are we doing? So I think, to me, that it shows me that they have some issues. The Steelers should have got busy in the trade because they need more help on offense. But anyway, what's your thoughts in this game? And also, I would say this
My
too.
my
The Colts ain't as good as everyone think they are. But go ahead.
my thoughts is Steelers should have had 6 points. The Steelers should have had 6 points. You give away 3 takeaways, that's 21 points. Danny Dimes was not nothing but a nickel in this game. He wasn't diming nothing. He was nothing but a nickel. 5 cents of quarterback play from Danny Dimes. He MVP out the window for both of them, Taylor and him. When they saw the Steelers, they got caught like a deer in the headlights. He shouldn't have never been playing like that. He should have took his time, know who he throwing to. They was wearing yellow. They was wearing yellow. You didn't see the caution sign? They was dressed like caution signs. Please, with Danny Dimes, get it together. He jumped back into his Giant days. All that was Giants play, and it was ridiculous. Give away 3 tubs on interceptions. Huh, the game is over. The game is over. Like you said, Aaron Rodgers ain't really got it, but they put him in position with them interceptions to make easy scores. Not too
That
difficult score. Midfield, close to the end zone,
right,
everything. You can't give up the game like that. It's still professional football. And Rodgers is still a Hall of Famer. Even though the
facts.
guys, like my son said, ain't working for him the way they should, he's still a
Right.
Hall of Famer. You know what I mean? They're going to try their best, but they might not be it no more. And he realized that. As bad as I think Aaron Rodgers is, as good as he playing this year. Kudos to him. I'm not an Aaron Rodgers fan, but kudos to Aaron Rodgers for looking very productive in these games. And they letting them down as far as the offense go. And the OC need to call a better game plan. But they should have lost this game however it should have been 42 or 35-6. Take away that 21 points, it'd have been 6-20 if he didn't even score. 6-20. Shame on Danny Dimes, which for this game, for this particular game, he was a nickel. And the MVP race, the pressure is off for both of them, for the running back and him.
Right.
So now they can get back to playing, concentrating on basic football. Because I
Right.
think they got into the hype and they lost their identity.
Yep. That's exactly right. It's exactly what happened. I agree with you 100%. Hey, just to share real quick, as we are recording here on Monday night, Dallas is losing at home 10-0 in the second quarter. 10-0. So just it's still early, but I wanted to put that out there.
Yeah, put it out there because, Jerry Jones gave away his pieces. Jerry Jones gave away his pieces. You gonna suffer. He got two dog wide receivers. You gave away a running back to the Panthers. You gave away a rush DN slash linebacker to the Green Bay Packers. Y'all should be in a different stratosphere right now.
Right,
A
right.
whole different stratosphere. But y'all get in your own way. Let's go on with Dallas. We could go on. Uh,
All right, we're going to cover this next game. Vikings beat Detroit Lions 27-24 at the Lions in Detroit.
Impressive.
They
Very
definitely got,
impressive.
yeah, this was definitely a really tight game here. This is a division game, so this is the game how it's going to go down. JJ made a comeback today, 14 for 25, 143, 2 passing TDs, 1 interception. He was sacked 5 times, but like I said, just coming back from his injury. Other than that, it was pretty solid on the ground. They had 142 as a team and getting things moving. Now, on Detroit side, this is when we expect them to really show their game. This was not like Detroit, boys. Shout out to the Vikings defense that shut the rushing down. 65 yards total. Gibbs with just 9 carries for 25 yards. You had Jared Goff, 25 for 37, 284. Solid game by him, 2 touchdowns. But once again, man, they show you if you shut down the run, is all on Jared Goff, and after that, the rest is over. And that's been
Son,
the Lions' mo. But what's your thoughts?
yeah, son, St. Brown and Williams got shut down. They shut down their playmakers. Williams got off for a nice touchdown up the sidelines, and he made a great effort to get in the end zone. But St. Brown's got shut down. Gibbs got shut down, and Montgomery, what's his name? Number 5. They was digging in his
Yeah,
pockets. They got him
yeah,
to fumble the
Montgomery.
ball.
Yeah,
Uh, Montgomery, yes, I had it right. Montgomery. They was digging in his pockets. They still tough, but as long as you meet their intensity and make them a regular football game, take away the run, take away the pass. Hey, he was throwing, but they wasn't giving up no field to them. Only they gave up a couple, but they didn't give up everything. Kudos to the Vikings, and the Vikings quarterback is real tough. He might
right.
make blow some passes or whatever, but when it counts, he throw dimes and he's tough as nails. He's tough as nails. That's why Wentz belong where he belong on the sideline, holding the clipboard, and that's about it. Uh, the quarterback for them is a dog. The team love him. They rally around him. They celebrate him and everything. But I just want to go with a hot news for the Ravens. We just welcome to the team. Uh, Dre, Mon, Draymond, Mont, yeah, Jones. He got traded from the Titans. And now he's a Ravens, a Russian. So kudos to us for receiving a good push player. He comes around, get off the edge. He brings power, brings toughness, and everything. So kudos to that. Jones is going to give us a lot of good pressures that we need to put Mahomes and Allen. We need to put them on the ground. We need that pressure to take away that time sitting back there ready to pass. So welcome Jones to the Ravens. Welcome, 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 welcome. Is all needed respect. Dre'Mont, Dre'Mont Jones.
Yeah,
I'm
here we go.
saying. I
Yeah,
hope
here we
I'm
go.
saying it
I
right.
got him. I got him on the
Yeah,
screen. Yeah, acquired
yeah, yeah,
Titans.
yeah.
Draymond
Welcome,
Jones. Yeah.
welcome. Yeah, yeah. I was saying it right. You know what I mean? Gave up a fifth round. Please let that be. We need that pressure from them. We need that pressure. Welcome to the Ravens, bro. All love. Once you join the team, you got 100% love. And I know Lamar and them gonna show you love. You ain't got no toys or no TVs to look at because Lamar got that out of the locker
Right,
area
right,
because y'all got to focus.
right.
No more playing games before a game because y'all got a game to stay focused. And I like the leadership by Lamar. You know what I mean? We got to change. It's got to be all about the business. All about the business. You get paid, focus on the job at hand. You got a lot of times if you don't go to the playoffs to go play video games, go play little whatever, little table games or whatever the case might be. Put that crap to the side and let's focus and let's get the job done. Our next game up, we got the Vikings, and we want to play against them real different than they showed. We
All
don't want
right.
that outcome.
All right. He gotta show all this love to the Ravens. We can't have him show all the love
Yeah.
to the Ravens without showing some love to the Eagles, to the defending champs. Let's get it. You already know.
Oh my God, boy.
Shout out to Howie. Howie know how to do it. Jaelan Phillips trade coming from the Dolphins. We address a major issue, which is basically a DN. Now he plays outside linebacker, but he mainly plays as an end. So, hey, he had 3 sacks this year. He had a lot of pressures, a lot of hurries this season. He addresses our depth. I think he's going to wind up starting for us or being heavy rotation. This is exactly the last piece we needed. We needed another nickel player to help out and rotate with some of our players and for Coop. And we needed another DN for more depth. With this, I think is almost guaranteeing us to go run far in the playoffs. I don't want to guarantee a Super Bowl win, but because I know how crazy it can get in the playoffs. But with him and being healthy, no one wants to face the Eagles right now. No one wants to face us.
Kudos to y'all. Kudos to y'all for the pickup. But we also gave y'all a flat tire. We didn't need no more in Alexander. In the beginning of the year, I talked about I hope he come over and do something for us. He couldn't do
Right.
nothing for us but get burnt. So kudos for us getting rid of him. Y'all can enjoy him. Whatever y'all do with him, do something with him. But patch that flat tire because that knee job is hurting. And I don't know how long he gonna be out. Thanks for picking him up because he
Look,
wasn't a diamond for us.
you
He
know
was a
what?
cubic zirconia.
If he balls out for us when we finally use him, I want that same energy. You be like, well,
I'm gonna give you that same energy.
I,
I'm gonna say he need to pay us our money back for being a bum on our team and shining somewhere else.
all right, we're going to go to our last game that we cover, and then we'll get into a little bit of college football. This game, this team here, once again, they lost their running back Scatterbull, but hey, they still fought and tried hard against the 49ers, even though they came up short. 49ers somehow, once again, the miracle team, because they have the most injury-bound team in the league, but they always seem to find a win. 34-24 over the Giants. San Francisco wins. Mac Jones, 19 with 24, 235, two passing TDs, 135 QBR. He was just balling. Of course, why
So
not? What's up?
can I just chime in a minute? It's
Okay, go
the
ahead.
it's the it's the it's the coach, man. It's the coach. Long as he have a quarterback, long as he have a quarterback, 49ers is doing. I gotta give him his props, man. Because what's the brother that's out hurt? The quarterback? Um
Brock Purdy. Purdy.
Brock Purdy. Purdy need to stay on the sideline. I know he getting that number one play money, but this brother he got in there now is doing it for him. Doing the same thing, more sturdy, more built for being the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? More into the game. It seemed like because every time Purdy get in the game, he get hurt. Every year he gets hurt. Damaged goods. They awarded him the money because he stayed there, took him to the Super Bowl, everything. That was beautiful. But he's damaged goods now. You know what I mean? So this quarterback is pushing for you. He's making things happen. And surprisingly, they running back McCaffrey is staying healthy for the most part. And he's doing something. So kudos. And he's the number one player in the league that get more chances than anybody else. How you figure? But it is what it is. And I ain't getting into that. But as far as the Giants go, Dart got to stop being a running back. He's not a running back. He's their number one quarterback. Giants need to save him and pick up some wide receivers. I hope this start some of them rookies. Put some of them more rookies. Them guys on the sideline just can't be running down on special teams and running the ball back. Give them some weapons. Give him some ins and outs and some shorts, some digs. Give him something because he's not a battering ram. Y'all gonna lose Dart just like Scatterboo was a freak incident, but y'all gonna lose Dart. Y'all keep using him as a battering ram, and that's not gonna work for y'all Giants.
Yeah, I agree. They're going to look, nothing against Cam Newton because Cam Newton was great. But I also think what ended Cam Newton's career early, he may say differently, but I think it was running the ball and wear and tear on the body because he still should
And
be
not being
playing.
protected. Yep,
Right.
yep. He still
He still
Cam
should be
Newton
playing.
right now, I think could be a backup on any team right now. Cam Newton, right off the TV screen, he could be a backup for somebody right now and give better production. When Shador spoke about he better than 16 quarterbacks in the league and the media tried to kill him, that man spoke prophecy. He know there's a lot of bums in the league. A lot of bums. Ask the Saints, ask the Raiders, ask a lot of teams what's going on in the league right now. Shador is better than about 16 of them. Out of 32 teams, Shador was on point.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. We're going to do a real blitz real quick. We're going to blitz through college football. Just going to show you a lot of the scores and just talk about some of the highlight games. But other than that, before we get out of here, it was definitely an amazing weekend for college football. A lot transpired. A lot. So just to kind of start it off, of course, it was a no-brainer that Ohio State was going to take care of business versus Penn State. Hopefully, Penn State could turn things around because, man, they have a lot of weapons. That school has invested a lot of money, and for them not to be successful this year is painful for that school, but hopefully, it could turn things around. But obviously, one of the big things here, one of the crazy losses was Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech actually lose in conference to North Carolina State University, and that was not a loss they could really afford. They really needed to keep winning, get that momentum going because it's getting tighter. You got Virginia right on their heels. You got, even though Miami suffered a loss, we'll talk about that just a second. Miami's right there. And it kills me with these teams in the ACC. It's like they be right there. Miami did it again last year. They be right there, and just some reason they just can't put it together, and they just fall apart. I just don't understand. This is the reason why ACC does not get respected. It's like, yo, y'all kill me. Y'all win all these games and beat big opponents, and then y'all just play like a regular middle tier ACC team and lose. I just don't get it. Now, and before you go, just to flip it, before we talk about Vanderbilt and Texas, Miami's in the same conference. Now, SMU has been a really great school. They had a really great season last year. So I get it. This is a tough opponent. But once again, it's right around the corner. And you suffer a loss right just like this and just make it harder for yourself. But before we get to Texas and Vanderbilt, what's your thoughts about those two games?
Well, as far as Georgia Tech go, losing to NC State, if you go, it's just like in the NFL, son. If you think you got a sleeper team and you dummy down to the team and the team smack you in your mouth and
Right.
surprise you, yes, you're gonna try to rally to get points, but they already on top of you. Once you give a lower scale team confidence, they bigger than you at that point. They stronger than you at that point. There's no recovery.
And
You
you're their
drowning
Super
in
Bowl.
quicksand.
You're their Super
Yeah,
Bowl.
yes. That's why they stormed the field. You can't give nobody a lesser opponent the confidence. Once you give it to anybody and they feel they could play with you because y'all horsed around, y'all thought it was a sleeper game, y'all was gonna blow them out, and they put the word to you, it's over. It's over on that part.
Yeah, I agree. And Georgia Tech did this before when they was playing against Wake Forest. Wake Forest was giving it to them. I was like, oh boy, once again another team you underestimated. And then
But
fortunately for them, they
don't complain when they start trying to do the rankings for the playoffs. You gave up bull job games. I ain't
right.
saying I'm not dissing NC State because they worked hard. Kudos to NC State. But at the same time, y'all supposed to come take care of business. Y'all won some valid games this year, and y'all smelling yourself, and y'all got there, and they put the hat on y'all. That's all to it. Football is a funny business. You don't play, you can lose very quickly.
That's a fact. Now that's a fact. And just switching things up to the big game, Vanderbilt and Texas. Arch Manning looking pretty good. Matter of fact, it was a question of can his defense show up to this game and hold Vanderbilt from winning the game because look, Texas was handling business. Shout out to Arch Manning. He looked really good. He was slinging the ball out there. They had a nice, comfortable lead, but Pavia, that dude, that quarterback from Vanderbilt is just built differently. Anytime you push him back in the corner, he's going to come back fighting. And man, oh man, it came down to the wire. I mean, to the wire. And that's an indictment on Texas defense. What happened? Because outside Ohio State, Texas was supposed to be that top tier defense. What's your thoughts?
I'm gonna give a little bit better credit than that. I'm gonna give it was evenly matched because the quarterback finally woke up. Kudos to Arch Manning for waking up and seeing the field and seeing his players. He must have had a hell of a practice. So kudos to nobody's
Right.
hating on him. He kudos to him for making a valiant effort. He got the victory, but Vanderbilt coaching failed, too excited at the end, failed. Why would you put it in the air? Use your quarterback or your running back and do something on the ground. Y'all wasn't too far from the end zone. Instead of throwing it and giving that pick at the last couple of seconds of the game, that was a failure on their part. They supposed to have the victory over Texas. Kudos for Texas to making the adjustment and taking the ball away. But that's the only reason. Other than that, the Vanderbilt would have beat Texas. It's the defense, yes, gave up some points, but they held down, they locked their boots down, and they got the interception and they killed the game from Vanderbilt. But Vanderbilt should have tried to run that ball in and ran that power. That's all they should have did. Helmet on helmet and go in there and take it like men.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Um, Another game that was big, that was Oklahoma and Tennessee. Oklahoma was able to get the victory, 33-27. Definitely a great game between two juggernaut opponents. But at the end of the day, like I said, it's just the small little thing, the small little mistakes and capitalizing on it. And that's exactly what Oklahoma did. And they got the dub. Um, like I said, I love these big games, man, the SEC against big opponents. It's just always good to see. It's just such like an NFL matchup. But at the end of the day, that's what you wanted to see from Oklahoma. They got the job done. Tennessee is trying to find some sort of soul or some sort of rhythm, something to get into the championship. I just don't know. It's just too much competition in the SEC. I don't know if they're ever going
Tennessee
to get there.
lost too much because they came up. Sorry to cut you, son, but they came up, and after that deal with that quarterback and all that stuff, putting it out in public, it shouldn't have never got that far. You know what I mean? I know that quarterback shouldn't have never left. And I know Tennessee shouldn't have never broadcast their business in public. It's really been a black cat running across their field because they've been getting their butt whooped since. Tennessee got a lot of talent on that team, but Oklahoma's strong too. And Oklahoma should have a better record than what they got. But you got to win and lose in the league. So, kudos for Oklahoma beating Tennessee by a small margin, but they beat them.
Absolutely. And like I said, there was a lot going on too, man. Shout out to Virginia that keeps winning games over California, 31-21. Utah upsetting Cincinnati, 45-14. They just demolished them. My God, it wasn't even a game. And then last but not least, West Virginia upsetting Houston, beating them 45-35. And I'm glad that score is not up here, but we're not going to talk about it. Colorado got blown out again, and they play West Virginia too next week. I think it's going to be another blowout. But anyway, we ain't going to talk about them. We ain't going to talk. We ain't
Yeah,
going to talk
cause
about.
God wish him the best, but this season is over with. See about your third string quarterback and just let him play and let him play for the rest of the year and take your L's and just rebuild for next year and keep who you want to keep, but re-up whoever you gonna get. Get some of the players nobody want that got talent, and that's all you got to do, Dion. Just get talent that nobody else want that's real talented, but they just couldn't make it to the school, and snatch them up. Go back to your hometown.
I,
Go back to Florida. Go to Dallas. Do what you got to do and get some boys so they can come in there and represent for you.
I don't even know. I'll be honest, and I know we're not supposed to talk about. I don't even think it's talent. It's scheme because they got dudes
It's
coming
the
in.
offensive coordinator.
The coordinator,
I
yeah,
think he need to
and
go.
defensive coordinator,
I
and
think
they're not scheming. They're running the same plays every week. I'm like, yo, when you adjust. Anyway, we're not talking about Colorado. Uh,
yeah.
it was a great weekend, a lot of football. Before we get out of here, we got an update. What's going on with the Cowboys? Looks like okay, it's Cowboys score, so it's 10-7. Arizona's still up, and it's almost the end of the first half. But anyway, appreciate you guys watching our show, tuning in. Please like, subscribe, provide a comment. Let us know about the show, how you like it. Give us your thoughts. We're halfway through the season, and it's just incredible, man. It's just so much football to watch. I don't want it to end. I want this to be an all year long thing, but we know that won't be like that. Did we mention it? Shout out to the LA Dodgers who won the World
Yes,
Series.
yes.
Shout out, yeah,
Ah,
shout out to the Dodgers who
it's a rough one,
who
but I'm
won it in
glad they beat
overtime.
Toronto.
They won it in overtime. That was a crazy in extra innings is the proper term.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
won it in
yeah, yeah,
extra
yeah,
innings.
yeah, yeah.
But man, that was a crazy series. Shout out to Magic Johnson, the ownership group, the team. They put a lot of money behind LA and they finally won back-to-back championships. Kudos to that whole
Yeah,
franchise.
that didn't happen in 25 years. That didn't happen in 25 years.
Right, exactly. But before we get out of here, once again, thoughts and prayers to everybody out there impacted by the government shutdown that's not getting a paycheck, that's not getting benefits. Our hearts go out to all of you guys. Hang in there. I know it's tough out here. It's a tough economy. People are getting laid off. You name it, it's happening. But at the end of the day, prayers out there for everybody. But what's your thoughts before we get out of here?
Yes, always, like always, please get checked out, get your screenings, get your cancer, your prostate check, get your blood work. Please check anything that's going on with you. Please get that done. And people, support anybody that need help out there. You know, if you can help them out, help them out. If you can't, you can't. But we got to change the way we're doing it out here. We got to come together somehow, some way, some way. You just can't do everything, but you could do something in some fashion, some way. You know what I mean? And good luck, God bless, and I hope everybody can have a meal at night and stay warm at night because we're getting close to the winter time, and I hope everybody stays safe. And God bless those in Jamaica and the Caribbean islands on the storm they experience, and down in Miami if they have any problems or whatever, and up in New York with any flooding or anything. God bless you all for your safety.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Appreciate y'all as always. As always, thanks for tuning in. Until the next episode. Peace.
Peace.